contributor. This book has been organized into 3 main sections. 1. The first considers banking as an industry that invites us to consider the meaning of money and its digital transformation, and the importance of both. 2. The second investigates AI and advanced analytics, which invites listeners to reflect on the entire data agenda. 3. The third explores the future of banking itself, where we will not only be provocatively futuristic, but also consider the road to the future by looking at some of the issues of implementation. This approach will enable listeners to dip in where it is most appropriate for them at a personal level, although hopefully the other sections will also be worthy of examination. To do this, we will try to keep away from industry jargon, abbreviations, and any duplications wherever possible. In terms of the specifics of the book itself, the first 3 chapters are foundational and aim to consolidate the listener's existing knowledge and at the same time encourage them to think about the future of banking and the impact of AI. Chapter 1 provides an insight into the evolution of money to what has now become perhaps no more than a form of digital commodity in a near cashless society, and offers the listener an understanding of current banking roles and the likely impact of AI on these in the future. Chapter 2 considers current imperatives within the banking industry, comparing and contrasting them to imperatives in other key industries of retail, telecom, and healthcare, and suggests a set of future imperatives for the banking industry going forward. Chapter 3 is a data and analytics primer to help listeners understand not only the hierarchy of analytics, but how value is extracted from data. The next 3 chapters take the listener deeper into the subject of advanced analytics and AI specifically for the banking industry. Chapter 4 discusses the key elements of banking analytics, covering issues such as financial performance management, customer analytics, risk management, and operational efficiency, and gives listeners a strong insight into the importance and current usage of analytics for banking. Content is organized by imperative rather than type of bank. Chapter 5 takes the insight to a higher level, providing a background to the development of the concept of AI, and then leading on to machine learning and its applications, including apps used in banking. Chapter 6 focuses more specifically on AI and the importance of branding in banking. The chapter links strongly to the customer analytics element of AI. It recognizes that different generations currently have different expectations of banks, and that these will be fulfilled by both the brand and ultimately by the bank's service extension. The chapter paints a picture of banks getting much closer to the consumer through AI and considers the issues involved. Chapters 7 and 8 are about change at a personal and organizational level. Chapter 7 considers the impact of AI on issues of leadership and employee transformation, and discusses leadership in an AI-infused age, the attributes of AI-infused leaders, training, and personal coping strategies. It also deals with the evolution of the banking employee and creates a persona for a banking employee of the future. Chapter 8 is about how banks might change physically, especially at a branch level, and gives 5 scenarios for typical banks of the future, including transformation of the investment bank. Chapter 9 deals with the topics of open banking and blockchain, both of which are major issues in the banking industry in their own right, and which will be affected by the impact of AI. The chapter also considers the impact of banking expansion in other continents. Chapter 10 looks at issues of innovation and implementation, broadly considering topics such as new job roles, boot camps, and how banks work with fintech companies. It also reflects on why innovation and implementation fail and provides possible mitigation strategies. Chapter 11 rounds off with the difficult area of cybercrime, recognizing that its management is a critical factor in the implementation of AI. It provides a broad explanation of the problem, together with mitigating tactics, and concludes by looking specifically at the use of analytics and AI in banking fraud. The appendix provides a list of over 100 fintech companies, without recommendation, but in order to illustrate the breadth and depth of AI-type startups in the banking area at the current.